gathered up his family, said we're headed out that day. Don't worry if they see us, I'll just take a walk across the deck like the captain with his pipe and his smock. Oh, oh, Robert Smalls, singing, oh, oh, be brave like Robert Smalls. These good guns, I don't want no money, just freedom for my life. Together we will end the war and this awful strife. Together we will end the war and this awful strife. Oh, oh, Robert Smalls. Going on a little journey tonight, so that's where we start in history. We start with people who need to stand up, say a little something, move the moment to make themselves a little more free, a little more healthy, a little more ready to go. Save their friends, save their family, build their community. So that's Robert Smalls, a pillar of our history in that regard. This next song is about reminding yourself that sometimes the best way to get something done is to be nice. This song is called Unbaked. It's a great big metaphor. And I'm here to shop, just looking for what I need, the savory and the sweet. So lead me onward to your finest stock. We all take concern, I've been burned, here's what I've learned. If you ain't got no sugar, you can't bake no cookies. If you ain't got no sugar, cookies ain't for you. If you ain't got no sugar, you can't bake no cookies. There will be no sweetness in anything you do. Set the oven for what the recipe requires, then we'll mix it up with just a cup or two of love. To find the flavor, it may take a little while. Measure it real slow, let me show you how it goes. It goes. If you ain't got no sugar, you can't bake no cookies. If you ain't got no sugar, cookies ain't for you. If you ain't got no sugar, you can't bake no cookies. There will be no sweetness in anything you do. 'Cause I'm the type of guy who likes cakes as well as pies. So please be the one to spread good honey on my tongue. Maybe you may be a pretty pastry, But if the rising does not take, maybe we should be unfazed. If you ain't got no sugar, you can't bake no cookies. If you ain't got no sugar, cookies ain't for you. If you ain't got no sugar, you can't bake no cookies. There will be no sweetness in anything you do. And as we continue our journey, we have to think back about where we come from. How we move through our community, how we move through our society has a lot to do with where we're coming from. This is a little song called Kith and Kin. I wrote it a few years back to remind myself that some of the most prized possessions I actually have are the chosen family and friends with which I surround myself. And I think most of us feel that way at some point or another. So the song is called Kith and Kin. It's a little bit about me and a little bit more about all of us. As I played children's games, the time the games were rough. Yes, sir, I'd had enough, and I chose to quit those reins. You gotta know just where you're standing. You gotta let the right ones in. This old world is so demanding, so hold tight to your kith and kin. Kith and kin, kith and kin, kith and kin. The night that my father died, I didn't even cry, 'cause I knew deep in my bones. Many mentors taught me well who to trust and how to tell, and soon I was almost growing. You gotta know just where you're standing. You gotta let the right ones in. This old world is so demanding. Hold tight to your kith and kin. Kith and kin, kith and kin, kith and kin. There were lessons to be learned.
Kendall. Hey, Kendall, nice to meet you.
There was method to be earned.
Looking forward to the show.
And as my little world turned, I found I'd healed from most burns. So now I'm standing here to make it clear, no fear may command your cheer. I'm standing here to make it clear, no fear may command your cheer. So stay or go, all you need to know is you gotta know just where you're standing. You gotta let the right ones in. This old world is so demanding, so hold tight, hold tight, hold tight to your kith and kin, kith and kin, your kith and kin, kith and kin. Thank you very kindly. I don't do a lot of really naked autobiographical songs, just not the way I do it. I tend to do lots of different songs. But I thought, with things going on in the world today, it might be nice to make a little personal journey about some stuff. So I'm not going to proselytize, but I'm going to say my thing. And one of the next things I'm going to talk about and sing about is the degree to which I sometimes find myself pondering. If you study your astrological signs, I am a Libra. One of the things Libras are known for, I don't think it's a bad rap, but one of the things we're supposed to be known for is being indecisive. Now, I don't feel that I'm indecisive, but I do feel that I'm reflective. This song is called Quandary. I've got a quandary, and I'm not the only one. Feels like this world won't calm down. I've got a quandary with the math in this equation. How the traders get crowns. I've got a quandary, oh, I've got a quandary, oh. It keeps me up at night, it keeps me up at night. I've got a quandary, oh. See a lot, need a lot of, oh, 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 oh. Just when does life begin? When does the heart begin to love? I've got a quandary with the myth of original sin and how it's grounding all the doves. I've got a quandary, oh, I've got a quandary, oh. It keeps me up at night. Keeps me up at night. I've got a quandary. You need a lot, oh, 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 oh. And when this long night is over, and this new middle age is done, we'll open up the ark of reason, spread a little reason around for everyone. I've got a quandary, I've been puzzling. We know the climate ain't the same. I've got a quandary, seems I've been guzzling. So I guess I got a fool to take the blame. It's a quandary, oh, it's not a quandary, oh. But it keeps me up at night, keeps me up at night. I've got a quandary, oh. Sleep a lot, need a lot, sleep a lot, need a lot, sleep a lot, need a lot, oh, 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 oh. You want one more of those? Sleep a lot, need a lot, sleep a lot, need a lot, sleep a lot, need a lot, oh, 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 oh. Just fun, I think. Thank you. Take a listen. I tried this song earlier at sound check, and I didn't like the way it sounded. And it was not your fault. Called out. That's me. Yeah. No. Might have been where my guitar was mistuned by just a fraction of the wrong amount. I don't know. So I'm going to double check my tuning here. But I wrote a song a while back about when anger boils up and gets at you. It's called "There's a Storm. A Storm is Gathering in Me." It's the name of that song. And I think again that's a universal. We all know that feeling.
A little bit. Yeah.
So I'm going to try it out here. And if it sounds real bad, since I got friends here, just raise your hand. Put your hand in the air. You'd be like, no more. Evacuate. Years ago, I saw a band play band I like a lot, very successful, famous national, international band, decades of career. And they're playing at the old Verizon Center, whatever we call it now, where the Caps play. And they're playing downtown. And they have a song named Evacuation. And I was way up in the nosebleeds, and I was watching down, so you can see the whole stage like a football field. You can see everything, front, back, side. And I'm looking down, and they start this song, and somebody's doing something wrong. One of the guitar players, somebody's doing something wrong. And the two guitar players on opposite sides of the stage both turn. And they both start looking at each other's hands. They're doing all that guitar player shit we do. You're trying to figure out how somebody's playing something, and it's going wrong. And the singer's like, should we stop? He actually says there's one member of the band that's sort of a little bit their music director guy. And so they tried to stumble through it for another 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. And then that guitar player just went, and he just walked away. And the rest of the band sort of stopped, and the drummer did a big fill. And this was the most brilliant moment of it, was that the singer just went, evacuate! Evacuate! And then they just didn't do the song. That was it. So this is the storm is gathering in me, and we'll see how this goes, right?
If you want to know the barometric pressure,
should we change the strings?
at which point I finally lose my stack. Just keep on pushing, it'll be my pleasure to finally get to pushing back. Darkening skies, warnings countywide. There's a storm gathering in me. Oh, long past pride, it's gonna be a bumpy night. There's a storm gathering in me. You better take it easy. Well, the wind is building faster than expected, and nothing seems to be tied down in your yard. The cinders rise and strike like the dead resurrected. Before you even read the bereavement card, darkening skies, warnings countywide. There's a storm gathering in me. Oh, long past pride, gonna be a bumpy ride. There's a storm gathering in me. Let it take you.
Yeah! We liked it!
Hey, I didn't see any hands up. Hey, Jordan, just so you know, I'm getting a little distortion with the guitar.
It actually sounded good.
Is it?
It sounded kind of good.
Get rid of that. I don't know what that is.
Is it me? Is it?
Yeah, I know what you mean. That I heard that. Like,
Yeah, it was a little buzzy, a little dirty, and it sounded kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like buzzy and dirty?
It's not, music's not
Oh, you know
supposed
what? I
to-
just listening to that podcast that I listened to about 500 songs of rock and roll.
Yeah.
Is that Jumpin' Jack Flash was recorded on
You
acoustic?
still hearing
It was just through like this small crappy speaker to make it
Cassette,
distorted. Yeah. Yeah, they recorded.
And-
There's no electric guitars in that
it?
song.
Distorted?
And Street Fighting Man too.
Yeah. So maybe it was that. Maybe it was that.
You're a low resolution.
I'm a low res human. Best I can do. Sorry. That's all I want.
Okay, here, we're gonna just try this. Maybe it's the clip.
I'm gonna get some food. All right.
It's just in the car.
I started out when I was driving over, I was listening to Kill 'Em All, and I was like, I need to actually warm up my vocals, and I'm not saying a lot of
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.
Jordan, the Magic Man.
just sang along.
Yeah.
The ultimate, I was like,
All right, so I'm going to go back to the top. I'm going to play all those songs again. This next song. So last song was about, anger building in you. And here's a person against whom it might make sense to have some anger. The song is called Empty Suits.
wonder who that's about.
He told you that he'd be there at 8:30. 8:45 rolls around, he ain't shown. You're so slow, you can still get to everything you need to get going. Told you that you'd get the dinner cooking, but the fridge still stocked with the menu he named. Now we're all hungry, oh, but he's got other things to do now just the same. That guy's an empty shirt. That guy's an empty shirt. He may have a bank account, he don't have much worth. That guy is an empty shirt. You asked him to be honest with you always, to trust you until you know lies. Now we're in a cold spell, he just says, well, seems to me the temperature's just fine. Then he says, seems to me that it's on the rise. We've never had it as warm as it is at this moment in time. Don't you look at that thermometer, you best avert your eyes. Well, that guy's an empty shirt.
Kendall, nice to meet you.
That guy's an empty shirt.
I'm Greg.
He may have a palace in Dallas or Fort Worth, but that guy's an empty shirt. Round here we don't dance that way, no, not anymore. Round here we don't dance that way, that's why we fought the Second World War. Round here we don't dance that way, no, not anymore. Round here we don't dance that way, no, not anymore. That guy's an empty shirt. That guy's an empty shirt. Sure as we are born and then die upon this earth, that guy is an empty shirt. That guy is an empty shirt. That guy is an empty shirt. That guy is an empty. The buttons are all buttoned up, but there's absolutely nothing going on above the collar or behind the breast pocket.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
I got time for maybe another 2 more or so, or what's going on? Yeah. All right. This next one is about actually taking the reins, having had enough. You've been angry, and you step forward and you do something about it. And in Sweden, their George Washington, their national folk hero is William Tell. What did William Tell do? What's he known for? Shooting an apple off of a head. The head was his son's. And it was a punishment. He was this strapping bohunk of a dude in the Swedish area. And at the time, these German sort of Teutonic feudal kings, like, owned the place. And you had to bow to an article of clothing that was on a pole in the center of town. And he didn't do it one day. And so to make an example of him and to punish him and to entertain the local Teutonic lord coming through, they set up a thing where he had to shoot an arrow off of his son's head. And if he misses, he had to keep shooting until he hit the arrow or killed his son. It was his punishment. So he manages to pull it off, because he's a badass. His son's name was Walter. That will factor into the song. And then afterwards, the local visiting dignitary, the Teutonic lord, is like, I want to meet this guy. And so they allow William Tell to walk over to the local Teutonic lord. And as he does so, he sort of bows, and his cloak kind of swings open. And he has a second crossbow bolt, a second arrow there, which was illegal. They weren't allowed to have weapons around. And so the lord is like, what is that? And William Tell looks him in his face and says, if I killed my son, I was going to kill you. And they're like, arrest this guy. So they grab the guy, they chain him up, and they put him on a rowboat, and they go out on this island. They go out in this lake. There's an island in the middle of the lake. And on the island, there's a local little castle called Kusnacht, which, if you know your German, it's Kiss Night. And it's where they put their local political dissidents. And they went there and they didn't come back. So they put him on this boat. They start to row the boat across, and a storm gathers in the sky, and it comes across the lake. And in its turbulence, William Tell's like later dudes, and he jumps overboard. And even though he's tied up, he manages to swim. He's a big bohunk. And he makes it, instead of going to the shore, he swims to the island. And the dudes in the rowboat continue, they get to the island, they're going to report in. He jumps them, kills them, takes their cloak, and like it's Mission Impossible, he knocks on the front door of the castle in the storm, they let him in, he kills the guy at the door, and he goes through the castle, and he ends up freeing people, they liberate the castle, and starts the revolution that frees, I think I said Sweden before, but actually I think it's Switzerland, I think I misspoke. But it starts them onto a path of freedom, that's how they do it. He's their George Washington, he's their Garibaldi, he's that guy. So anyway, I have a song called Tell. As the sun sets, His Majesty requests, and I cannot deny. But I'm the one who yelled, I am William Tell, you're the apple of my eye. Steady, Walter, my wolf won't falter, nor will my sight. And after concern, it will be his turn to kiss the night. Oh, my feathers are flying toward the target of your heart. Oh, my feathers are flying toward the target of your heart. 'Cause I'm the one who's learned it's better to light than burn, and every heart that's alive should know the truth of it. I was forced to hit, or else I'd lose my son's life. As I approached the king, my cloak did swing, revealing bolt number 2. The king inquired then, and so I answered him, if my son died, so would you. Oh, my feathers are flying toward the target of your heart. Oh, my feathers are flying toward the target of your heart. Oh, my feathers are flying towards the target of your heart. Oh, my feathers are flying toward the targets, towards the target of your heart.
distortion is back and with a vengeance.
Sounds good.
I know.
Until the waves wave me on. I hope you all sing my song. No empire is so strong to conquer every single dawn. Oh, my feathers are flying towards the target of your heart. Oh, my feathers are flying towards the target of your heart. Oh, my feathers are flying towards the target of your heart. Oh, my feathers are flying towards the target, towards the target of your heart. And I'm the one who yelled, I am William Tell, and you're the apple of my eye. Thank you. I think we might still have a little bit of the buzzing back, but hopefully that.
I think I know what it is.
You know what it is?
When was the last time you changed the battery in your preamp?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I only got one more song. Should I change the battery? Or should I just...
No.
Where'd you hang it?
The show must go on.
Show must go on, indeed. The song is about
I
what
hear
happens
that.
if you don't stand up, if you don't step up, if you don't fight back. I don't think it's
You're probably
as scary
right.
as that is.
Probably.
You
It's not a
lose a
clean
lot
signal
more than a
because
few
there's-
little things. The
Yeah,
song is called The
like,
Last
when
Time
I
the
played
Busker
my
Sings His Song.
system, it was clean as a whistle.
Maybe it's good.
I don't have a fancy one like he has.
No problem.
What is that?
I appreciate it.
That's a Taylor. That's like one of the three best
Yeah.
he made.
That's even worse.
What did I?
I bet anything it's the battery in your preamp in your guitar.
You might be right. I mean, I
All
just...
right, you want to try it again? Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay, we're gonna try this. We're gonna try Bobcat's thing. We'll see how it goes. Bobcat's idea.
You're good. Really?
Bobcat, I just put in a new battery before we did this. And the only other battery I have I know is not good. So I don't know if that's gonna work. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna step down there and serenade you.
Woo!
Which is appropriate. The song is called The Last Time the Busker
Whoa!
Sings His Song. If you wonder how long it will be before you're a very rich man, take a look around, tell me what you see all across this forlorn land. Is it amber, shades of grain? Are you feeling beat down by them cheating waves? Well, it's the last time the busker sings his song, the last time that he shows. It's the last time the busker sings his song. We should all take note. You want to get on the drum kit?
Yeah.
Hey, Jordan. He's going to get on the drum kit.
All right.
Not too loud, I'm down
I
here.
understand.
This might have been a mistake. takes a little darkness to learn how to shine. How much more must a mere mortal give? We've already taken the road. Fear is a spirit we just don't know. It's the last time the busker sings his song, the last time that it shows. It's the last time the busker sings his song. We should all take note. Chicago, New Orleans, San Antonio, and everywhere in between. Played down in the valley, up on the mountain. It's where he tried to feed all them hungry mouths. He sung them songs they'd never heard, but they wanted to hear the old words. So the many became few. When the children came, they knew what to do. They'll be believed and received without a single damn punishment from me. It's the last time the busker sings his song, the last time that it shows. Last time the busker sings his song, we should all take note. We should all take note. Do you pray to an idol of gold? We should all take note. Rocker's going to be up next. He's going to bring you on in, take you on home, and show you how it's done. Thank you very much. I'm Mason McCormack, your friendly neighborhood cowboy, playing fine and wild songs for fine and wild folks. You have proved yourself to be both fine and wild. Thank you, Bobcat.
Yeah.
Break a leg, babe.
All right.